People can smell inauthenticity from a mile away. This happens unconsciously, even if they don't know why they feel about you the way they do. You're listening to the Streamline Success Show. I'm your host, Dagmar Schuld. In this podcast, we talk about how AI and automation can help busy coaches like you simplify their online businesses. We share practical advice that you can start using immediately. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Streamline Success Show. I'm happy to have you here with me, and today I have a topic for you that's absolutely crucial for anyone trying to protect their brand while integrating AI into their social media. And that's your tone of voice. Yes, how you sound online is more important than you might think. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. So, what we're going to cover is why tone of voice is crucial in social media and the importance of authenticity. And no, we are not talking about those vulnerable posts where people overshare. You know these ones, right? No, that's definitely not what I want to talk about. We will also learn how to train AI to use your specific tone, and yes, that is totally possible. And we'll see real world examples, advanced strategies, common mistakes, and so much more. So, if this is of interest for you, stay here with me because this episode is packed with valuable insights for you. Let's start with the big one. Why tone of voice matters. Think of social media as the trading hall of a stock exchange where people shouting over each other. You have the image? Now, how do you get your voice heard? How do you get someone to stop scrolling and actually listen to you? You won't believe it. It's all in your tone of voice. Your tone is your personality. It's what makes your post more than just a text on a screen. It makes your followers feel like they're in a conversation with a real person. And guess what? People trust people, not faceless brands or generic quotes. So let's say your tone of voice usually is professional and kind of rigid, and suddenly you decide to post a meme or drop some slang. It's like switching from a high-end seminar to a casual pub talk in the same breath. That's confusing, right? So consistency is key. Your followers want to know what to expect from you. And here's the kicker. When done right, your tone becomes your recognizable brand. So this is like how people can spot Nike from a mile away. They just know the motivational tone. So for you as a coach, it's all about using your voice to engage and build a loyal following. That's why authenticity is the secret sauce. I know this word gets thrown around a lot, I know. But what does authenticity really mean for you on social media? It means that you show up as the real you and not some curated version of what you think people want to see and hear. People can smell inauthenticity from a mile away. This happens unconsciously, even if they don't know why they feel about you the way they do. So if your posts sound like you're trying too hard or like they've been cranked out by a marketing robot, you know the kind. Hey fam, check out my new life-changing limited time offer or something like this. You're going to lose people faster than they can hit unfollow. Believe me, I speak from experience. Been there, done that. Not a thing to recommend. So, authenticity is what connects your audience to you on a personal level. It's not about sharing every detail of your life, but showing up consistently as yourself. And here's a pro tip. If it doesn't sound like something you'd say to a client in real life, don't say it online. So, how can we do this when we try to integrate AI into our content marketing? Here's where it gets really fun. training AI to reflect your tone of voice. Yes, you heard that right. You're busy, so using AI to help with content creation can be a lifesaver. But you don't want AI writing posts that sound like a robot, right? It's got to sound like you. Training AI to reflect your unique tone isn't as hard as it sounds. Think of AI like a junior copywriter who's eager to learn but needs a little guidance. You'll want to start by giving it examples of your best content, those posts where you nailed your voice. Feed it those posts and ask it to replicate your style. If you're using ChatGPT, for example, try being specific in your prompts. For example, say, write an Instagram caption that's upbeat, friendly, and motivational in my voice. The more examples you give it and the more feedback you provide, the better it gets. AI learns from you like your own little assistant that never sleeps. And hey, remember, AI is a tool, not a replacement for your personal touch. It's here to save you time, not to take over your brand. Now that we know why tone of voice matters and how to use AI to help maintain it, let's get practical. How do you find and own your tone of voice? So, here are a few tips. First, reflect on your offline personality. How do you speak to your clients in coaching sessions? Are you motivational? Are you nurturing? Maybe a bit of tough love, whatever it is, that's your tone. Write like you speak. Second, consistency is key. Once you've nailed your tone, stick to it across all platforms. Whether you are on Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook, people should recognize your voice. You wouldn't suddenly switch to a completely different persona in a client meeting, right? So, same rules apply online. And yes, there are slight differences. So, third, adapt but don't compromise. While consistency is crucial, you might tweak your tone slightly for different platforms. LinkedIn can handle a more professional vibe, while Instagram might call for something more casual. But remember, your core voice should still shine through. And fourth, be playful. Experiment. Don't be afraid to try new things. Test out different tones, maybe throw in a joke here and there, and see how your audience responds. You'd be surprised. Sometimes a little humor goes a long way. So let's take a quick look at some real world examples of coaches and brands that nailed their tone of voice. Let's have a look at Wendy's on Twitter. Okay, I know. Wendy's isn't a coach, I know, but they've done something really smart, using a snarky, humorous tone to build a fan following. They've established they've established a personality so strong that people expect them to throw mud. This consistency has worked wonders for them in engaging followers. But please don't get me wrong. I don't want you to throw mud. That's not my intention at all. This is just an example of a tone of voice, and your task is to find yours. Let's see Marie Folio. Marie's tone of voice is friendly, positive, and a little bit quirky. She's always upbeat, and her followers feel like they're chatting with a fun, supportive friend. She's also super consistent. Her videos and her social media posts and emails all sound like Marie. And Brene Brown. Brene's tone is thoughtful, warm, and inspiring, but also deeply grounded in vulnerability. Her voice carries through from her books to her Instagram posts. Stick to whatever feels natural and relatable to you, and you will attract the right people. Remember, being authentic is the key. Training AI to match your tone of voice effectively can be a game changer. especially for busy professionals looking to maintain a consistent online presence. So let's do this. First, you may want to create a style guide that includes examples of phrases you often use, your style of humor, and any jargon you frequently use. Are you conversational or more rigid? Are you engaging, confident, assertive, kind, upbeat, quirky? Write all of this down. Then collect examples of your writing that precisely represents your tone of voice. This could be your blog posts, social media posts, emails, or any other piece of content that shows your personal style. The more content you can provide, the better the AI can learn to mimic your specific style. Select an AI tool that supports custom training, for example, ChatGPT. Some tools might offer more advanced training options, allowing you to input large amounts of your text to better learn your style. When creating content, use detailed prompts to guide the AI. Instead of a simple prompt like write a blog post, use write a blog post in a friendly, conversational tone, using casual language and humor to explain complex topics. The more specific you are, the better the AI can align with your desired tone. AI isn't perfect. Read through the AI generated content and adjust it to your style where necessary. This is the way how AI learns. Each time you refine the output, you're teaching the AI about your preferences. Over the time, it will require less editing and start producing content that's closer to your natural voice from the start. Now, here are advanced strategies to enhancing your tone. For example, use storytelling. Whether it's your own story or a client success story, weaving in personal stories make your post far more engaging. People love stories. It's what connects them emotionally. Then utilize humor appropriately. If humor fits your brand, use a slight touch of it here and there. Nothing engages more like a laugh, but don't force it if it doesn't feel right for your brand. Tailor your voice for each platform, but don't lose your identity. LinkedIn might require more polish, whereas Instagram can handle a more relaxed vibe, but your core tone should remain consistent. Now, let's talk about common mistakes to avoid. Even the best coaches can stumble with their tone of voice on social media. Here are some common mistakes. First, you may be inconsistent. One day you're inspirational, the next day you're overly formal, and this confuses your audience. Stay consistent. Or you could overuse jargon. You're an expert, but not everyone speaks coaching lingo. Keep it simple and avoid overwhelming your audience with technical terms. You might not realize it, but how often do you speak about being action oriented, the importance of active listening, or reframing? This is totally normal for you, but your audience doesn't have a clue what that means. You also may sound too salesy. This is a big one. We all want to and need to sell our services, and that is totally fine. But people can tell when every post is trying to sell something. Focus on adding value, and the sales will follow. So, here are a couple of questions that I've got from coaches. First, how do I know if my tone of voice is working? And the answer is engagement is your first indicator. If people are liking, commenting, or sharing your posts, you are on the right track. Pay attention to what posts perform the best and analyze why. Is it the storytelling, the humor, the vulnerability? Once you identify what's working, do more of that. And second, can I use AI tools to write all my social media posts? And the answer is yes and no. AI can be a huge time saver, but it's crucial to give the post your final touch. AI can mimic your tone, but it won't have your personal insights or experiences unless you guide it. Use AI to draft posts, but always personalize them before they go live to ensure they resonate with your voice and values. So, this was it for today. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of the Streamline Success Show. Remember, your tone of voice on social media is a powerful tool that can help you connect with your audience on a deeper level. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it that counts. By training AI to enhance your content creation and maintaining an authentic, consistent voice, you can effectively engage your followers and grow your coaching business. If you've enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share your thoughts and any questions you might have on our social media channels. I love hearing from you. Talk soon and ciao. Thank you for tuning in to the Streamline Success Show. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, and to get access to today's show notes, head over to community.marketingunraveled.com. See you on the next episode.